What is up, you guys? It has been so long since I have done a thrift haul and an unedited thrift haul. So if you guys are joining on, I frequently do unedited thrift hauls, although it has been a while. You guys have been asking me down in the comments if I am going to continue doing thrift hauls, and the answer is yes. I just honestly have not been at the office to do thrift hauls in a while. So I'm taking the opportunity today. I just happened to be here when nobody else is here, which is when I like to do them because there's not a lot of noise and I'm not bothering everybody. I did, however, forget my mics. So you guys are hearing this just on my phone recording. So hopefully it's loud enough for you guys, but if the sound quality sounds different, it's because I don't have my mics. But I still wanted to do a thrift haul with you guys. This is a combination of stuff that I have been picking up and also stuff that we have been getting from wholesale. So I thought we would just dive in and share some of these things with you. We have a good mix of like spring summery stuff, but also some like colder weather items that we're still picking up that we still think will perform well. The sell-through rate's still pretty good, or it sells for like a lot, so we're willing to hold out on it. So I'm trying to decide which side I should start on. I guess I'm going to start on this side. This is a pair of shorts that I recently thrifted. Most of the stuff in the front is stuff that I recently thrifted. This is a pair of Fear of God Essentials. Yes, I was like, is that spelled wrong? Essentials pair of sweat shorts. This brand can be faked, so you gotta watch out. But otherwise, pretty decent brand, especially in the sweat material stuff. This one's a little bit more unique. It's got little logo patch right here. And so I think I should be able to get a little bit more for it because of that. So I'm thinking like 35 to 40 probably for this. And a common factor among like some of the newer brands that are performing well is they have this like drop crotch, which is kind of like streetwear inspired. So this little rounded drop crotch is a very popular trend right now. And I paid $4.99 for that. Next up, this is a pair of packed organic cotton. I think they are men's. This is a wholesale item. I'm not going to go back and forth between whether it's wholesale or I picked it up. It's all thrifted. But a pair of packed organic cotton. I think they're a pair of men's waffle knit thermal joggers. Joggers is another very popular style, but this brand Packed Organic is a sustainable brand. It was on one of the more recent like Poshmark trends reports, and I still see it pop up. So although it does not sell for like a ton, it is pretty high sell-through rate, and I really like picking it up. Very popular sustainable brand right now. I would guess probably, I don't know, like 30 to 35 for that. Here's another popular trend. One of my subscribers just reached out to me on Instagram. I have a lot of you guys, which is so cool, that reach out to me on Instagram and just send me little messages of like pockets of bolos that you find, or if you're like reading like a trend report and you find out that something's like up and coming or popular or trending, like keywords or style aesthetics, you guys send those to me, which I think is really cool. So thank you to everybody who does that. And if you're not already on Instagram, I am over there, same handle, Cayley, Elaine. You can shoot me a message. We can chat if you have questions. I do my best to get back to everybody, but I do get a lot of messages. So anyways, someone just told me that tennis core is like becoming popular because of some popular movies and just actresses wearing it and stuff. This isn't exactly a tennis skirt, but I feel like it kind of falls under that same line because it is a skirt, especially if you find pleated skirts. Those are like super tennis core, but definitely very trendy right now. This one is an Athleta women's plus size. This is 2X fairway golf skirt. I would have to do like exact comps on this. I'm not the one who picked this up, but I would guess probably $30 to $35. Athleta plus size stuff performs extremely well for us. And if you guys see the actual style name spelled out, it's probably a good indicator that it is a newer style from that brand. All right, next up, this is another kind of along those same lines kind of brand. This is Title IX. They typically make like skirts, polo shirts, all women's stuff, I believe. And they're kind of like tennis, athletic inspired. And pretty much anything I pick up in that brand sells very well. They also make hiking pants, but one thing that performs extremely well for me in this brand are the dresses. So this is a little athletic-y feeling dress, which are very trendy right now. Half sleeve, print, has pockets, even zip pockets. So this is a size medium. I can usually get anywhere between, like, I would say 30 to 40 in general for a pre-owned Title IX dress. So that's where I would expect this one to sell at. All right, next up, another outdoorsy / athletic-y brand in dresses performing well, Prana. I try to stick to midi or maxi length in this brand just because the brand has gone down as far as like sell-through rate goes, but the maxi length dresses still perform well for us. So this is a Prana maxi length dress, really gorgeous prints on this, super like hippie boho outdoorsy vibes. I don't know the exact styling, but I would guess 30 to 35 on that as well. Another Prana dress. This one is a midi length dress. And again, I'm not expecting too much for these. Like, it's not like a crazy insane bolo, but as far as like bread and butter goes, Prana midi and maxi length dresses can perform well for me. I'd expect this one, just because it is more plain and it's midi length, to probably only go for about 30. This is the brand Talbots. I love picking them up in plus sizes, and I also love their longer length dresses. This one's not a longer length dress, but it is plus size, and it is a really nice thick office wear dress. Is that a spot? There is a little spot on it, I just noticed down here. But regardless, plus size Talbots dresses, even if they're not longer length, do perform pretty well for me. I would guess that this, even with the spot, is probably going to sell for about 30 bucks. If it didn't have a spot, maybe closer to 40. We're able to get quite a bit for Talbots plus size dresses. This next brand is, I think it's pronounced Cayley. This is a size 8 dress. This one is more bread and butter for us. We'll probably only sell it probably like, I don't know, I would guess maybe 30 to 35 bucks, but it is a beautiful cobalt blue. Anybody else loving selling dresses lately? We've been selling so many dresses. I love selling dresses. It's just like a more substantial category, so you can pick up a lot more things in it. This next brand is kind of like they're well known for their linen. This one's not linen, but the brand in general performs pretty well. It is Cut Loose. This is a women's size large little tunic top / dress, very artsy, login looky. We'll probably get about 25 for that. Okay, I love this category because a lot of people, I don't know, do you guys just have like a category that it doesn't matter the brand, like if those factors are in place or it is that category, you get it no matter what? Plus size denim long length dresses for me are that way, especially if they're vintage. I think this one might be Y2K phases. It's a size 5X, so very large, and it is a longer length denim dress, very nice with pockets. And yeah, it's just a category for me that does very, very well. I can typically get like at least 35 to 40 for it. I haven't looked up the specific style or brand, but I would guess it would also fall under that range. All right, next up, this is Johnny Was. We all know that Johnny Was does well. This is kind of like a little, I don't know, kind of like an older Y2K inspired style, which I've never found anything in Johnny Was that doesn't perform well. So nice colorful embroidery here. Love the browns in this. Kind of gives a I don't know, kind of gives like a kind of hippie boho look to it. Let's set this one over here. And next up, we have a pair of overalls. This is another category for me that it's like, it doesn't matter what it is. I know it's probably going to sell well. Short alls and overalls. So if I can get them at a decent price, we pick it up. This is Old Navy and it's plus size. And I don't think I need to show you the entire thing, but it's just a full length pair of overalls. Usually, again, for overalls, I can get anywhere from 30 to 40. So I've just kind of learned like niche categories and things that other people pass on that just have a lot of value, that perform well for me. This one's an older label, Y2K, Old Navy, size small. Again, probably 30 to 40 still. Y2K might increase the value if you guys watch that Old Navy deep dive that I just did. All right, here is a brand I love picking up in just about anything. And I really love their men's stuff, but they also make women's. It is Diesel. Very grungy inspired. This one is new with tags. It's called the Estia sweater. It retails for $148. This one's kind of like, I don't know, I would call it like futuristic inspired in a way. It kind of wraps and you can button it. Very grungy, almost like Login look too. I would say like grunge Login look on that. I would guess $40. Well, actually it's new with tags. I don't know. My gut wants to say 50 to 60 on that. All right, next up, this is a 100% silk Lewitt top. Anything super silky right now. Definitely trendy, and Lewitt seems to be a pretty decent brand in silks. This one does have some spots we're going to try to get off of it, but it is silk, so I'm trying to be careful. But nice little silky tank top, very trendy right now. I would guess probably, I don't know, I want to say 40 on that one. Free People. This one's more bread and butter for us, but it can perform well. I try to stick to size large and up in this brand unless it's something a little bit more substantial. I thought this one was super on trend. It's very, very boho, almost cottagecore-esque, very large, like peasanty sleeves and beautiful embroidery as well, all around. So I don't know the style name to this one, but I would guess probably about 30 to 35 on that. All right, this one is a plus size brand I like getting in certain circumstances. This is Torrid. This is a size 3. One thing I do know about Torrid is if it has skulls on it, get it, because it always flips super quickly and for more money. So this is a really gorgeous piece. You can see the skull details, some dark florals. It's very sheer also, which is surprisingly trendy right now. And it's got the like bishopy sleeve. So lots of great things going for it. Gives me that like a whimsy goth kind of, I don't know, like, I guess you call it witchy a little bit, but very trendy right now, all of this stuff. I think we're gonna list this probably for 30 to 35 just because of the skulls and all of that. All right, next up, this is a brand I hardly ever find. It is an Anthropologie brand called Blank London. It does perform a little bit better on Poshmark versus other things. Free People, Anthropologie, Madewell. If I can find things in a size large and up, that's usually great bread and butter for me. This one is a size extra large, so I was like, no brainer, I'm gonna pick it up. And then I started doing comps on this. And like I said, not as trendy, like sell-through rate wise on eBay, but on Poshmark, some of these things were going for like a lot of money, like 40, 50, sometimes $65 pre-owned for tops in this brand. So I'm probably gonna price mine like 40, 50 on the lower end, but beautiful sequin details, metallic threads throughout. I mean, it is a lot of really fantastic details on this one, but yeah, a brand I thought that was worth mentioning just because like I never come across it. All right, next up, this is a very sheer on trend top. Again, sheer is trending right now. This is also like a little baby doll boho top, dark florals. I feel like lots of aesthetics could fall under this. And it's Old Navy. I got this super duper cheap, I think like $2. It's a size XXL. So I'm just kind of testing some things out with brands if they fall under those trendy cores, which I thought this one definitely did. This one is very stunning. I would keep this if it were my size. So I am going to test this out. I have a feeling it will, oh, there's a little hook. I should hook that. I have a feeling it will probably sell for, I don't know, I want to say like 18, 20 bucks, so not much, but you guys can find stuff like this at the bins pretty frequently and flip it, and I love selling Old Navy, honestly. I'm very picky with what I get, but I think I've learned these days what sells. Next up, this is another Torrid piece. This is Sophie. If you guys see a specific style name, might be worth looking up. Torrid Sophie, lace cami top. These had a pretty decent sell-through rate on eBay, size 1X. Very nice orangey color. This one's gonna go for about 25 bucks. All right, next up is Talbots. I usually only get this brand, like I said before, in plus sizes or like longer length dresses. This one's just a size medium, but there were enough factors to really pull the sale through. It is washable silk, and it was new with tags. And Talbot stuff retails for a lot, you guys. Not that that's a good reason to pick something up, but I do think that it can be a factor that helps. This retail for $129. Very flowy, semi-sheer silk, very on trend for the season. I will probably list this, I would say, for around 40. All right, next up, this was such a fun pickup. You guys know I've like, I don't want to say I've written Chico's off, because I haven't written Chico's off, but I've written a lot of Chico's off. We did that deep dive on Chico's, and there isn't a whole lot left of stuff to pick up in Chico's. Basically, the main things are burnout velvet stuff, anything super duper wacky. Like, I know most of their stuff is wacky, but really interesting, unique things, and then new tags. That's what I kind of narrowed it down to. This one I thought fell under the very unique, very artsy kind of look, so I thought I would get it. It is a vintage Chico's design, very artsy. I don't know, just has that it factor to it, you know? Size 3, so a little bit larger size. It's got some beading throughout. Very like folklore, artsy. I could see like a teacher wearing this. I'll probably include that keyword in the description. But yeah, just very trendy, unique stuff like this is doing so well right now. So I don't know what we're gonna list that for, maybe 30 to 35. All right. I do not know this brand, but this is a very heavy coat. This seems like it's probably like a gothy brand. It is called Black Label. Black is spelled without the K. Size 2X. And it looks like this is new with tags. Woo! This retailed for $120. Like I said, I don't really know anything about this brand, but super goth, very heavy. Look at the back, embroidery. I feel like this is probably a better piece than, like it's probably a really great piece just because it feels so nice, and I don't know the comps on that. If I had to guess, just based off of the retail value, I would say we'd probably get like 40 to 50 bucks for that one. All right, one of my all-time favorite brands, Frank and Eileen. You guys see anything in Frank and Eileen, like I would just get it. I've never sat on anything Frank and Eileen. Let me know down in the comments if you have. This is a size large, and one thing I love about Frank and Eileen is their tags say the style name. So this says Paul. One thing I've learned too, you know how most brands, like if the style name is feminine, it's usually a woman's piece. If the style name is masculine, then it's usually a men's piece. That is not true with Frank and Eileen, so you really want to look up the style and be sure. So this probably is a women's piece, and I've noticed that their button directions sometimes also are not the default that most brands do. So we're definitely gonna have to look this up. I think this actually might be men's just based on the sleeve length, but again, just wanted to state that in case you're picking up Frank and Eileen, because I have been confused before. I don't know the specific style. I've sold Frank and Eileen anywhere from 50 bucks all the way to like close to $200 if it's a more rare style. I'm not really sure of comps on that one. All right, next up, this is just a Ralph Lauren shirt. They're classic fits. I like picking up Ralph Lauren pieces when they're larger sizes in men's. This is a 2XL, 2XLT, so 2XL tall, bright yellow shirt, a little bit more substantial with a button up and the pony logo. These are more bread and butter, but like 25 bucks. All right, next up, this is a North Face men's item. North Face kind of fell off the map, but I have noticed that men's larger sizes still do well. And then of course, like specific like styles, or if it's like a down puffer coat, obviously we're gonna pick that up, but otherwise I'm pretty picky. This is a men's size extra large, and it's one of it is not the newest label, I don't think, but it's one of the newer labels. And this is a nice like mustard color shirt, really great condition. Again, size extra large, so even if I only get like 30 bucks for this, I'm still happy. So definitely worth looking into if you find the men's larger size North Face. Just in general, I found that they sell pretty well still. Next up, J. Jill. This is another brand I try to get in plus sizes unless I can factor stack. So J. Jill, this one's only a size small petite. However, it is a linen jacket. Linen in this brand and like Eileen Fisher, some of the other brands that are very similar, linen during this time of the year performs very well. So this is a linen jacket in a size small. I would guess this would sell for about 30. This next one is a designer brand, Tadashi by Tadashi Shoji, I think is how you pronounce it. This looks like an older label, little blazer. This is definitely one that is not going to have 100% sell-through rate, but might be, you know, willing to sit on. And in those cases, we try to look for other factors to pull the sell-through. This one's super Barbie core with the hot pink, which is really trendy. It's got some interesting bejeweled little buttons, so that also can pull the sale through. Next up, this is just an interesting artsy jacket. It's by the brand Allure. I think we probably picked this up for more of the style-based stuff. Again, artsy, login looking, more mature, eclectic jackets. I would guess probably 30 on that. Here's another J. Jill. This is an extra small, but it is a linen blend long length blazer. This one will probably go for 30 to 40. Again, I try to stick to the plus sizes in this brand. However, during this time of the year, linen stuff can perform pretty well. Same thing with Eileen Fisher. This one's just a size small, but it's a long length cardigan, and it is linen blend. It's very beachy. I love beachy cardigans like this during this time of the year. So sweaters, don't pass on the sweater section just because it's warmer weather if you can get, you know, the beachy linen sweaters like that. All right, next up, this is a Ralph Lauren cashmere piece. We're still selling a lot of cashmere. I will say it can't be like a, I don't know, like a lower tier brand like Charter Club or something like that. Charter Club cashmere does great in fall and winter, but when you're in spring and summer, trying to pull that sale through is not easy. But if you find a more substantial brand like Ralph Lauren, where the retail value is very high, I find that cashmere can still perform very well. This one has some nice gold buttons here as well. Really great condition. I'm honestly not sure. I want to say like 40 to 50 bucks on this one. Next up, this is called the Scotch House. If you guys ever see anything wool and made in Ireland, I would look it up. I'm actually not super familiar with this brand, but this is definitely something I would have looked at. This is an Argyle diamond print, appears to be a men's made in Scotland sweater. I would imagine that this probably like at least 50 bucks, if not higher than that. All right, next up, a vintage designer piece. This is Christian Dior. This one is a men's, very old, I don't know how old this is, but little bomber jacket. This kind of falls under the, like, I don't want to say quiet luxury, but kind of quiet luxury category, where it's a very understated, more like minimalist piece. I have no idea on this. I would guess 50. Next up, we have, I cannot read this. I want to say it's Canducci. I think this one's also a style-based pickup. Suede lace boho jacket. This thing is gorgeous. The color is amazing too. I've been leaning into a lot of vintage pieces just because in the group, the other coaches that help run the reseller group, they were top sellers on Depop, so they know, like, I don't know, they've just been teaching us a lot about vintage and stuff, myself included. So I've been leaning more into some of the vintage and style-based pieces just because I've been learning so much from them. But obviously, my main business is the sell-through rate pieces. This is another vintage piece. This is Lord Jeff wool sweater, cable knit, bright red. This will probably go for $40 to $50. And I'm keeping the price as I'm saying it to you in mind of the intention to sell it for or list it less than everyone else, because the sell-through rate's probably not 100% on this, which means in order to sell it quickly in the summer, we're gonna have to price it lower than everyone else. So that's the intention behind that. All right, this is one I'll never pass on. It doesn't matter if it is like 100 degrees. Patagonia Cinchilla jackets, especially if they've got a unique, interesting print, which this one definitely does, has the little snap here. This one's in excellent condition. And this one is hooded. I'm not sure that I've ever seen a hooded Cinchilla jacket before. So gorgeous piece. These can go anywhere from like $40 all the way up to $200 depending on the print. I would guess that this one is probably like $75 just because it's hooded and it's got a nice print to it. Another Patagonia, this is a size large and it is a little like teddy fuzzy fleece jacket. I have a really hard time passing on Patagonia, especially Patagonia outerwear. This is something we're definitely going to pick up. I don't know on this one either. We will definitely be looking up the style name, but I would guess at least $50 for that. Next up, this is, you're going to learn with me here, Bradford Exchange. It might be vintage. Let me show you the label here. Oh, this is so cool. I just saw the back. So this appears to be like a military inspired brand. You can see it's got some writing on the inside. This is like kind of like a varsity bomber jacket. United States Marine Corps. Look at the back though. It's so cool. I'd imagine this probably goes for a ton, but I don't know though. Like, again, we got this in wholesale. Nikki has priced these things and already picked them out, but feels very heavy. I would guess, I don't know, I want to say like 50 to 100, maybe more than that, but very nice piece. Any kind of like military inspired outerwear, I would definitely suggest looking up. All right, this is a vintage Victoria's Secret label. This is just polyester, but it is a longer length robe. We like selling vintage Victoria's Secret stuff. It tends to do pretty well, especially if it is silk, which this one's not, but still a really nice, more substantial piece. It's super long. I would guess probably like, I don't know, this one's missing its belt, so maybe like 30 to 35. All right, we're getting towards the end here. This next one is Lola Australia. This is a beautiful tiered dress. This is another one, guys, like I don't know the comps on this one, but I'm guessing just based on the fabric quality, it's probably worth quite a bit. And I'm unbuttoning this, that way when they photograph it, it's more like styled for how the buyer would wear it instead of buttoned all the way up to the neck. Gorgeous piece here. Like I said, I really don't know on this one. Feels like a nice Hawaiian dress. I would guess at least 50 and up on that. Running out of space here, you guys. All right, this is the last piece I am going to show you. This is the brand Sundry, and this is in collaboration with Evereve. And this is new with tags, so that's the main reason we got it. Obviously, new with tags is going to help to increase the value. They make very comfortable clothing. This is a little like ruched dress. Main reason we got it is, again, it was new with tags. But Sundry in general does sell for quite a bit. I think it's sometimes sold at Anthropologie, maybe. I know Nordstrom carries it sometimes, so I think it really depends, but the brand does retail for quite a bit. For instance, this retailed for $108. I would guess we're probably only going to get like 35 to 40 for this, but still a great pickup. especially with it being new with tags. There is a lot of value there. All right, you guys, so that is the end of today's thrift haul. That is some of the stuff that we are picking up. I hope that you guys enjoyed not only some of the wholesale pieces and the pieces that I've been picking up personally, but also the warmer weather items mixed with some of the spring stuff. But just to help give you a good idea of some of the things we're looking for, brands, factors, aesthetics, and all of that. But yeah, this was fun. I hope to continue making more thrift hauls, and I know that you guys miss them, so let me know down in the comments below if you want to see them back on a weekly basis, and I will do my best to be here at the office and film some for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.